Hello students, welcome to SDK Pathshala. Today we are going to solve few numericals on the chapter heat, because in the previous video we have learned a lot about heat, and in this class we are going to solve few numericals on the basis of the previous day's class. So before going to the first sum, I am just asking you to write down the question. That is, I am also writing down the question. Find the amount of heat required to increase the temperature of a body of mass 150 gram by 10 degrees Celsius. Okay, what is given? That specific heat of the body is 0.09 calorie per gram per degree C. Okay, so here just write down the mass like this. So mass is given, so mass M is equals to 150, I guess, gram. Okay, so increase in temperature is written like T, because T is equals to T2 minus T1, so T is equals to, or you can write down theta, so 10 degrees C. Okay, and specific heat is written by S, so S is equals to 0.09 calorie per gram per degree C. Okay, so what was the formula? The formula was, so heat required is equals to M into S into T. So what is the mass? Mass is 150 into S is 0.09 and T is 10. Okay, and what will be the unit? Unit will be calorie. Why calorie? Because gram cancel out. Okay, Celsius cancel out, only calorie remains. So heat is a kind of energy. So SI system, it is measured in calorie. So 150. So 000. So 15 into 9 it will be. So 135. Okay, 135 calorie. 135 calorie of heat we will need to increase the temperature of that body by 10 degree Celsius. Okay, we'll go to the next sum. I'm not going to write the sum now. Okay, so the sum is like, so here, or listen carefully. Find the heat required to increase the temperature of pure water at 25 degree of mass 50 gram to its boiling point. Okay, I am repeating the question. Find the heat required to increase the temperature of pure water of mass 50 gram of 25 degree to its boiling point. So from that math, what the things those are given, or what are the things those are we getting? We are getting that mass of water is how much? 50 gram. Okay, in next, initial temperature suppose T1. So initial temperature is 25 degrees Celsius. 25 degrees Celsius. Okay, final temperature, what will be the final temperature? Final temperature will be the boiling point, and the boiling point of pure water under normal atmospheric pressure is 100 degrees Celsius. So put T2 as 100 degrees Celsius. Okay. Next, specific heat is not given. Why? Because we know what is the specific heat. 1 calorie per gram per degree centigrade, because pure water having one of the greatest specific heat of the among the substances. Okay, so the substance which is having more specific heat than water or pure water is hydrogen. Okay, so 1 calorie per 1 calorie per gram per degree centigrade. So what will be the heat required? So heat required will be M into S into T2 minus T1. T2 minus T1 is the increase in temperature. So write down the values. 50 here, S1 here, next 100 minus 25. Okay, so this will be in calorie. So 50 into 75. So 0. It will be 3750 calorie. Okay, so for the next sum, again I am dictating the next sum and you will listen carefully. Find heat required to increase the temperature of a body of mass 100 gram from 20 degree to 30 degrees Celsius is 200 calorie. Find the specific heat of the body. Okay, again, heat required to increase the temperature of a body of mass 100 gram from 20 degrees Celsius to 30 degrees Celsius is 200 calorie, and you need to find out the specific heat of the body. So what are the things given? At first, things given: initial temperature, T1 is 20 degree. Final temperature T2 is 30 degree. Okay, and mass 100 gram, and another one is given: heat Q is equals to how much calorie? Q is equals to 200 calorie. Next, what you need to find out? You need to find out the specific heat. So let the specific heat be S in CGS system. So calorie per gram per degree C. Okay, so we know Q is equals to M S T2 minus T1. So or S will be Q by M T2 minus T1. So it will be Q. What is the value of Q? 200. What is the value of mass? 100. What is T2? 30. What is T1? 20. So it will be 200 by 100 into 10. Sorry, into 10. 0 0 cancel out, 0 0 cancel out. So 2 by 10, so 0.5. So it will be 0.5. So S will be specific heat will be 0.5 calorie per gram per degree Celsius. Calorie per gram per degree Celsius. Next, for next sum, what is the next sum? Let me check the next sum. Let me tell you the next sum. I am dictating. Okay, listen carefully again. Find the heat required to convert 10 gram of ice at 0 degree to 20 degree C water, or find out the heat required to convert 10 gram of ice at 0 degree to 20 gram of water at 0 degree. So see, here the math is kind of different. Why? Because here change of state occurs. So in case of change of states occur, we need to apply the latent heat, and here the latent heat of melting of ice, we know 80 calorie per gram. So what are the things given? Let me write. So the things are given. There is mass of the ice. There is mass m is equals to what? Can you see the mass is 10 gram and mass is 10 gram and 20 degree water, 0 degree C. Okay, and specific heat of water S equals to 1 calorie per gram per degree C. Okay, and latent heat L is equals to 80 calorie per gram. Okay, so we need to do the maths in 2 steps. Okay, in first step, what will we do? We need to do, or we need to convert. So first step, we need to convert ice at 0 degree C to water at 0 degree C. Okay, so how to do that? Mass is 10, so here change of state happens. So in case of change of state, suppose Q, okay, so suppose Q1 it is, so Q1 will be m into L. So mass is 10 gram and latent heat 80 calorie per gram, so it will be in calorie, so 800 calorie. And in the second step, we need to find, or we need to increase the temperature of 0 degree C water to how much? 25 degree or 20 degree to 20 degree C water. Okay, so to convert water, so here no change of state occurs, so heat will be Q2 will be M S T2 minus T1. Okay, but here M is 10, S is 1. What will be the T2? 20, but T1 is here 0 degree, so it is T1, so 0. So at first we need to give heat to it, Q1, so that it will at 0 degree Celsius, so that it will melt and produce water at 0 degree Celsius. Next we need to give heat, that is Q2, so that its temperature increase to 25 degree Celsius. Understand? So we need to find out this Q1 and this Q2. So here the Q2 will be 100 into 20, 200 calorie. Okay, so the total heat Q is equals to Q1 plus Q2. So I guess 800 plus 800 plus 200, it will be 1000 calorie. Okay, so 1000 calorie of heat will require to convert 10 gram of ice at 0 degree Celsius to 10 gram of water at 25 degree Celsius, because here the change of state involved, so we need to do the sum in 2 steps. Next, for next sum, let the next sum, what is the next sum? So the next sum is, I am dictating, okay, listen carefully. Temperature of how much of water can be increased by 5 Kelvin by applying 2100 joule of heat. Okay, so I am repeating, temperature of how much of water can be increased by 5 Kelvin by applying 2100 joule heat. Specific heat of water is given 4200 joule per kg per Kelvin, joule per kg Kelvin. you can say. So here what are the things given? Here the things are given, that is heat given. So heat Q is equals to 2100 joule, obviously. Next, temperature of how much? So increase in temperature, T is equals to 5K. Okay, now here T is 5K, so no need of conversion, because increase in temperature in Celsius scale is equals to increase in temperature in Kelvin scale as well. So we need not to convert. Okay, so increase in temperature 5K. Next, specific heat 4200 joule kg to the power -1 Kelvin to the power -1. Okay, so we need to find out Q, we need to find out the mass. So let the mass of the water be am kg. So we know Q is equals to AMST, okay, or M will be Q by ST. So what is the value of Q? 2100. What is the value of S? 4200. What is the value of T? 5. So this and this cancel out. So 2. So 1 by 10, that is 0.1 kg. So 0.1 kg, or you can write down in gram, you can convert it into gram. So 0.1 kg will be the answer. So this type of maths may, or these types of problem sum may come in your exam. So you will practice, and if you have doubt of any associated maths, then you can comment on the comment box, and I will try to solve them. Okay, and I will surely solve them. So you just put your query in the comment box below. Okay, so let us go with the chapter. So previously we have come to know about lot of things. So today we need to we need to know about generally transfer of heat. So transfer of heat means heat transfer from one part of a body to one part of a body, or one place to another place. So there are three ways by which heat can travel from one place to another place in a particular body, or one place to another place. So these three processes are: one is conduction, second one is convection, and third one is radiation. Okay, so in case of conduction, what is conduction? Conduction is a process of heat transfer through a solid where there is no actual mass movement. I am giving you an example. Suppose there is a candle, and if you put a spoon like this, spoon on the light, then after some time you will feel the heat. Okay, as soon as you put, you will not feel the heat, but after some time you will feel the heat here. So this portion is heated up, and this heat is transferred to your hand. So this is a particular phenomenon of conduction, where heat is transferred from one portion to another portion, that is the hotter part to the colder part, but by or without any actual mass movement. Will the mass moves? Will the material of the spoon moves from this place to this place? No. So here no actual mass movement happens. But in case of convection, convection happens generally in gas and liquid. What happens in case of convection? Suppose I am giving you another example. Suppose this is a Bunsen burner, and on that burner you will put in a beaker some amount of water. Okay, so when we heat the water, what happen? This portion which is on the fire, this portion take the heat, and this portion become lighter, and as this portion become lighter, it will go up, and the heavier portion or heavier cold portion will come down. So there is a circular motion of water created. So this is how convection current creates, and sea breeze, in case of sea breeze and land breeze, you will see this kind of convection current. So this is the process of convection, where heat transfer by the actual movement of the molecules, or actual mass movement, rather actual mass movement. Here no mass moves, but here actually the mass move, because light water gets up and the heavy water get down, and then it take the heat and again get up and then it get down. So the circular, it occurs in a circular motion. Okay, so this is the process of convection. And in case of radiation, radiation is a heat. Suppose in sometime in winter, what we used to do, we used to light a fire. Okay, we used to light a fire like this, and with that fire we will surrounding that fire, and we can get heat from that fire, or we can feel the heat. Or suppose when you are suppose in your kitchen, you want to cook something, so you will feel the heat from that burner. Okay, ask your mom or ask your dad, or yourself, you can go and make something in this quarantine period, and you will get to know that how radiation heat will feel. Okay, or you can feel the radiant heat rather. So this kind of heat doesn't need any medium. Like in case of sun is far away from us, so generally 15 crore kilometer. So but you will still feel the heat. Why? Because this doesn't need any medium. This is a radio or this is a electromagnetic wave. That wave transfer from one portion to another portion, or one place to another place, without any medium. It doesn't require any medium, and this is the fastest process. And this is the slower, and this is the slowest of them. Okay, so there is a basic difference between conduction, convection, and radiation. In conduction, actual mass there is no mass movement, but here is mass movement, and here is no medium is needed. This is the basic difference. Okay, and this process is very quick, but these two processes are slow in comparison with that. Okay, and another thing is, in case of in these two cases medium is required, but in this case no medium is required. So this is the basic things. Now few examples of conduction I am giving. The example, like in case of cooking utensil, handles of cooking utensil get heated after some time. So to minimize this effect, or to handle this, we need to put a coating on the handles of different utensils, bakelite handle, or some handles which are made up of plastic, or so thermoplastic, which doesn't allow the heat to come. Okay, and another example, generally cooking utensils like frying pans are generally of black in color. Why? Because black color is a good absorber, so that's why. Next, convection current is seen in sea breeze, in case of land breeze also. Okay, so the formation of air current in the earth is generally due to the convection. Okay, if convection is not there, then the air will not move. And effect in ventilator, you will see the effect. Ventilators are provided upward in the wall, because when we breathe out, so it will or it is the warmer air, so that warmer air will rise up and go out from that ventilator, and the cold air will come from the windows, because no place remains vacant. So this is the few examples of convection, conduction, and in your book you will find different other examples. And if you find, or if you can't understand any example, then you can comment on the comment box, and you can send your queries through the comment box, and I will try to solve it. Next, in radiation, I am giving the example that in this case bonfire, or in the case of sun, you will see, or a room heater we are using a room heater. So in case of room heater, that is also the process of radiation. And this is how heat moves from one portion to another portion of a particular body, or one place to another place. So this is all for this chapter. And one more thing, there is a thermos flux. You all know about thermos flux in class 7. You will get to know, or you have already know what is thermos flux. So try to read the thermoflux on your own, and if you have any doubt, then you can get me on the comment box, and you can send your queries on the comment box. So this is for this chapter, and on our next video we'll try to go in the next chapter. If you don't have any doubt, and if you have doubt, if you send me the queries, then for that queries, to solve that queries, I'll make another video. So if you not subscribe yet, so please subscribe my channel, do like my video if you like, and press the bell icon. Thank you.